all over the place. So I have asked and requested Aarti to send each and every one of you special invites, so that if you by any chance miss out on it, you still get it. And that is the reason that you're getting probably personal invites on your WhatsApp. Today is the 55th session, and 5 and 5 according to Binduji would mean 10, which is 1, which is the beginning again of something. But if we just look at the number 5, it signifies some massive change. And this probably is the day that I should be announcing my intention. My intention is that I will keep these seminars going till the 30th of May, and then we will have it once a week rather than having it every day. That would give me also a chance to concentrate more on my work. This is also my work. I'm doing this because I feel love and affection. But I really am also somebody who gets bored very easily. I need variety in my life. So I'm also someone who can't do the same thing again and again. If I had to teach meta health in the same way every time, I wouldn't be doing it. It has to be spicy. It has to be tasteful. It has to be different. It has to be something that's unpredictable. Let me introduce to you today a very amazing speaker. And I call him amazing because I've heard him so many times. There are speakers like me who are, like this, like we're a jumpy ball. There are speakers who are like Rashi Bani. They need to get a lot of fun. Then there are speakers like Kwesi who are very intellect. Like you really need to hear what he's saying probably 3 times for it to seep in at times. Then there are Chupa Rustams like Abbas, who will sit down and say, I don't know anything. Shrikant falls into a category of a person who, if you see him in the crowd, you will wonder कि ये क्या देने वाले हैं. और जब ये मुंह खोलते हैं and देते हैं, it's almost like you get heaven sitting on earth. He's very simple, guys, and someone who I respect from the bottom of my heart. I respect such a person from the bottom of my heart because it means that when people are that simple and that authentic and genuine, you cannot but fall in love with what they are doing. Thank you. My relationship with him goes back to Venus Club, is where I met him. And we've been together for how long now, Shrikantji? 5 years, 6 years? I think you're muted. Yes, please. How many years we've been knowing each other?
I think 2 more years you can put. We met through Yogesh, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So about 5 years, I think we know each other. When I say know each other, we haven't really sat down with each other too much. We've been walking parallelly with each other. He's seen me grow, I've seen him grow, and that's how it has been. We met at club and we have deep respect for each other. Thank you so much for coming and accepting my invite.
Namaste, namaste. My pleasure it is. Yeah.
Thank you. Please go ahead and speak to the audience. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anu. I mean, it's my pleasure too to address a very elite crowd gathering. And I truly appreciate the way you are conducting this for the 55th day, right?
Yes.
And you gave the backup of a numerologist also. Yes. That was very also interesting. Yes. See, I always believe that somebody who organizes is the most precious person. We say in Sanskrit, yojakasya tatra durlabha. So the person who organizes it, you will have many people who will do so many things, but the organizers are actually leaders. They are actually, they are actually, getting and knitting the society together. So pranams and namaste, Anu, and pranams to everyone. And
Pranam, Shrikantji.
Hari,
Before we go ahead, can you please
yeah,
face light so that we can see you
I will,
clearly?
I will, I will.
Because you will do lots of breathing exercise and we need to see you for
No, no,
that.
I will do that. I will.
Yeah.
Correct?
No, you just need to face light. I think you're
Yeah,
sitting on the opposite side. Camera is facing light. You should face light.
no, no, Abhi, it'll happen. Don't worry. I will
Okay.
adjust it. Ah,
Okay.
okay. See, okay, so let me give a background of the whole thing. I will give you a outline of the session, and then we will go into the practices. So, I will share the screen with you for a moment and give you the topic that we are going to talk about, and also give you the flow of the session. So, the topic is how do we boost immunity, or how do we improve our health if we can quieten our mind, because the mind consumes a lot of energy. So is there any method of in this madness, really? So that's what is the topic all about. And we would look at uh, the aspect of immunity, because this is to my understanding, this is the number one concern in this COVID-19 situation. And secondly, we would take some exercises. Okay, I know we are at close to 10 o'clock, so our stomachs, we may not be empty stomach, but let's try and at least observe these exercises if we are not able to do them completely. And then we will do a small meditation technique. So these three things is the agenda for all of us, and we'll go through this session. When we sorry, when we talk about boosting our immune system, right? What is our immune system? We should know a little bit about it. Not that we know want to know into greater details, but basically, this lymphatic system, or the immune system, or a circulatory system. The only difference is that the circulatory system has got a pump that is called the heart. The heart is circulating fresh blood, and it is bringing back the impure blood from the system. Whereas the lymph system does not have a pump. When I say it does not have a pump, then the question is, how does it move? So the onus, the responsibility of moving the lymph system is on us. We will have to try and move our joints, our organs, so that this system makes some movement. And we will see some of these simple exercises. And so to summarize it, the lymph needs movement, and movement is medicine, right? So the catchword is moving the lymphatic system, or moving the lymph liquid into our body, and that will improve our immunity. That is such a simple action that we all can do. There are many nodes, about 600 lymph nodes, but we'll focus on say 4 or 5 nodes, which are see, there's always a 80-20 principle, right? So instead of going after each and every node, we will select a few things and work on them. Okay. Lymph system, immune systems are pretty strong, and they have got n number of mechanisms which will identify an enemy and kill that enemy, or neutralize that enemy. So if you look at this slide, if you see if there is some virus, it will surround that virus, it will suck the virus in and then have it destroyed. So this is one of the mechanisms. There are other mechanisms also. So what is the message here? The message is that our immune system is a very powerful system. Our uh, human beings are also very powerful. Our system is powerful. So the question is then, why are we facing this challenge? Why are we facing this problem? And the answer to this question is the speed of the mind. The answer to this question is the stress that we all undergo, the anxiety that we undergo. So all that thing. So it's like the accelerator. Right? All our emotions, all our moods, all our many things that are parallelly happening in our mind, they are causing the immune system to go down. Why? Answer is very simple. If the mind is working at a very high speed or at a very high thinking, right, then it is consuming all the energy. So there is no energy left now because all the attention is on the thoughts, on the mind. The mind is consuming and taking all the energies, and very little is left for the immune system. So this is where we said if we can calm down the mind, we can strengthen our immune system. Just to give you an idea, our brain requires about 25% of oxygen of the whole entire quota of oxygen that is available in the body, in our system. And this oxygen is provided, is coming through our breathing. So goes without saying that our breathing must be strong, healthy, good. Right? And we'll do that breathing exercise in this session. The second part is that the brain has connection with the body, and there are neurons. Basically, they are channels of feedback from the senses to the brain and from the brain to the body. They carry these impulses are sent to the brain and instructions are received from the brain. So what is happening is when the mind is occupied, when the mind is thinking a lot, okay, there is so much of traffic of neurons or of the feedback or the instructions that there is a jam in the traffic. So what we have to do is to reduce the traffic on our system or on neuron, to quieten the mind. That is what we should do. So two parts to immune boosting. One is add oxygen supply to your body, brain, right? That is through breathing, through lungs, through exercises, and then quieten your mind. So these are the 2 points. If we can take note of, the entire all other things are going to be fairly easy and simple to follow. Okay. We'll come to the subject of today's topic. And we were saying that yes, the brain carries, the brain is active. It is carrying a lot of information. It is consuming a lot of energy. So let's look at what happens. What is brain all about? So brain is about two things. One is the thoughts, and the second is about memory. Correct? How many thoughts are coming to the brain in a day's time? It's about 60 to 80,000 thoughts that crisscross the mind every day. And these thoughts are, 98%, 99% of these thoughts are not connected with our development. They are not connected with our work. They are simply stray thoughts. They have got no sequence. They have got no logic. They just come and go. So what is happening because of that? The psycho, that's the mind, the neuro, we talked about neurons, and there is something we talked about immunity. So what is happening is when the mind is fully occupied and the neuro system is fully loaded, what is happening is that the HPA axis, or the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, is putting a lot of is disturbing the entire endocrine system, and that is the reason why there are different we get anxious, we get stressed out, we get we are the mood changes, and we react, and all those problems are occurring. Why? Just because of this simple thing, that there is a lot of speed on the system, that is a lot of overload on the system. Okay. So let me so what is the solution? What is the way out? So coming to that mind, topic of mind, as I said, it is about thoughts and memories. Mind has about 60,000, 80,000 thoughts crisscrossing every day. And then there are lots of memories are associated with our thing. Every time, now even we are in the session, in the webinar, okay, something or the other is occupying the mind. So these things, if you look at it, is all adding to our kitty of discomfort. So what we need to do is to little bit unclutter the mind, try to connect with some technique, right? We have to engage this mind somewhere, and that is what our yogis knew. So it is not possible to control the mind. It is not possible to regulate the thoughts. These memories will keep happening right from childhood. Some or the other memories will crisscross the mind. So what is necessary to make out, and what is that technique? That technique is nothing but our, I'll just come to that. That technique is, we'll come to that technique in a moment. And before that, I'll want to just share with you these numbers, because when we say the mind is going at high speed or low speed or whatever it is, numbers are easy to understand. Okay. And Anu will all relate to this very easily, and most of you can also relate with it. So when we are in awake state, you and me are listening, we are awake, our mind is in the beta state. When we go down a little, we are, we are not fallen asleep, neither we are fully awake, we are a little relaxed now. We can just close our eyes. What will happen is that we come into the alpha state, and then the theta state, and then the delta state. So what all we are trying to say is that the quieter and the calmer that you become, right, the better it is. Your energy expenditure will be less, and you'll be more, you'll be more receptive to the entire thing. So just to give the other side of it. So we, on one side we saying let's calm down the mind. On the other side, if it goes beyond a particular frequency, okay, it is going say 1822 range, then you see what is happening, right? And if it goes 25 and beyond, you can see what happens. And if it goes 30 and beyond, they say, या तो तुम रहोगे या मैं रहूंगा. Either you will survive or I'll survive. Okay, one of us has to go down. So that is how, I mean, the mind can become so violent, right? So the extreme ends. On one side, we have the quiet state, the peaceful state. On the other side, so mind can go in both the directions. Now, so we have to decide where we should, land, where we should position, and how we should do that. Okay. So, I'll the technique that we were saying is here. So, these yogis, they knew that the mind cannot be controlled. So, what they did was, okay, now we will do this thing that there is something between the mind and the body, and that is called as the breath. Okay, the breath is a bridge between the mind and the body. Okay, and here, if you look at it, the thoughts are 80,000, and the breathing is about 20,000 per day. Okay, so breathing is 4 times lesser than the thinking. Okay, so the yogis thought that why not we use this technique for quietening the mind, and that is what is pranayam all about. Pranayam is regulation of breathing. Pranayam is control of breathing. Pranayam is making the breathing rhythmic, so on and so forth. And we'll experience this today when we go to that techniques. Okay, right. So before we do that, I would want you just a quick, simple 2-3 exercises we will do. Okay. If you see this slide, in the middle portion, there is the neck, and there are many lymph nodes in and around the neck region. Right, the entire neck region or the facial region also. We have tonsils there. We have, in the ears, there are a lot of points, acupressure points, which will move the lymph around. So we will do these simple techniques. We will move the neck around, and we will also do a simple technique which I'll right away show it to you. Okay. Now, so let's do this technique. Just to summarize, immune boosting is 2 parts we can think. One is that take adequate amount of oxygen, supply adequate amount of oxygen to the system. And the second part is keep your lymph moving, that lymph liquid, which is your army, which is your soldiers, which is your paramilitary forces. If you can keep them alert, right, they will help you to circulate, and they will guard you against these enemy attacks. Okay. So I will, let's go to the techniques now, and we'll see how the techniques can be done. So, as I said, there are many nodes in and around the neck region and the facial region. So one simple technique that we all can do is the ears. Okay, so just very gently catch hold of ears and just stretch them a little bit. 1, 2, slowly. 3, 4. 1, 2.
We can't see you properly.
Okay, okay. I'll put it on the speaker.
Go slowly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. अपने कानों को थोड़ा सा खींचिए. Lobes, ear lobes, right? At the end of the lobes, just gently. Yeah. दूसरे के कान तो जोर से खींच सकते हैं. अपने कान थोड़ा संभाल करके खींचिए. Yeah. Yeah. Good. You remember, and you know what this has been, when this is a lot of people do in the temples and all, correct? कान पकड़ते भगवान के सामने, सॉरी भगवान, मुझे थोड़ा सा, मैंने कुछ गलती किया तो माफ कर दीजिए मुझे. That's what we, in many places you may have seen these things. So what is there in this, they call this as super brain yoga. Yeah. So for kids, if you can teach the kids these things, okay, the brain starts functioning better, right? Okay, relax.
Now they have stopped. पहले teachers कान खींचते थे हम लोगों के.
अभी तो अभी आपको पुलिस कंप्लेंट करेंगे आपके लिए. I know. That chilling. Now, as we looked into, when we saw this slide, we saw that at the back of the neck and in the facial regions also, there are many lymph nodes. So what we'll do is we'll do very gentle exercises of the neck and move the neck on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. As you are, if you are having any cervical problem or if you experience any pain or something, just stop at that position, whichever you feel like. So, and then gently get back to this same time frame, that if you have taken 6 seconds, 5 seconds to go on the right side, take 5 seconds to come back. We'll move the neck on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. See, why neck exercises are very important is because the neck is a bridge between the head and the body, number one. And the neck carries a lot of stress and tension of the entire body. The facial muscles carry a lot of tension. The neck carries a lot of tension. So what we can do, when we move the neck, two things are happening. The lymph also gets circulated and the tension also gets reduced. Okay? So हम लोग, we say in a very common language that a pain in the neck. The pain in the neck is nothing but, you are getting pain because of somebody else. Okay. So you can just make this simple exercise which will help you a lot. Okay. Next part could be you take the neck on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold in that final position for some time. So what happens is, when you move the neck on the right side, one part of the neck is getting blocked. Okay, the left part is now blocked. The right part is now active. Yeah. So wait there for 4 seconds. And then come back slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. I just come in a minute on the once I finish the other part also. So neck on the left, and then we'll hold the neck on the final position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and hold there. And then get back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, something very significant is happening. When you move the neck on the right side, what happens, the left portion of the body, okay? So when the right neck is on the right side, only the right nostril is functioning. Okay, the left nostril becomes blocked. And when you take the neck on the left side, the left is functioning and the right is getting blocked. Okay. Now this is something very significant, very important. The left nostril represents your cooling energy, right? Or the Shakti. And the right nostril represents your Surya Nadi, That is the energizing aspect. So the Chandra Nadi and the Surya Nadi, the female energy and the male energy. Okay. So if you take, so that what is happening is, then both the nostrils, both the areas are getting balanced. Okay. Just a very simple exercise, and you will see that yes, this is happening. When you move on the left side and hold for some time, okay, and then you can observe that yes, only the left is functioning and the right is blocked. Okay, so we can make use of it. But here, without getting into the breathing part, even if we do the practice of neck movements, that will give us the benefit of the neck exercises and also the limb movements. Okay. So two things, if we can achieve, fine. If we can add the breathing part, that's a bonus. Okay. Second very important part is the stretch of the neck up and getting the chin to the throat. Very, very simple exercises, but very, very powerful exercises. Okay. So let me show you that. Slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try and get the chin as close to the throat as possible. And release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. I'll come to that benefit of this practice in a moment. Okay, we'll do the other practice also, and then we'll come back. Chin, the neck can go up also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Okay. Chin to the throat. In yoga, we call it as Jalandhar Bandha. Okay. So, without getting into too many details, see, this is called a neuromuscular. See, bandhas are nothing but neuromuscular locks. So what happens is, when you get the chin to the throat and supply of blood to the brain gets reduced. So what happens is, whatever blood is there in the brain at this point of time will get consumed, because the brain cannot function without blood supply. So stagnated blood in the brain gets moving. That's the benefit. Okay, and because of this nodes, lymph nodes which are there, and there's a pressure. Okay, so what the pressure will do, that will move the liquid, lymph liquid in the required direction. Okay, so chin lock gives the benefit of recirculation or stagnated flow of blood into the brain area, and taking the neck up will what will it will stretch your thyroid. Okay, and it will give immense benefit to this trachea, thyroid, neck, all that region. And many people have got this thyroid problem. So in fact, we have the neck exercise, and like I said, the breathing part of it. Together combined, both of them is called as Brahma Mudra. So this is one of very simple exercises for getting thyroid in place. Okay. So chin lock and stretch of the thyroid, getting the neck up. Okay. So right, left, chin down and up, And now we will do the rotation of the neck also. So neck can rotate in a clockwise manner. And it can rotate in anti-clockwise. And relax. I've done just one, but you should do it about 2-3 times. So neck exercises are so important. Okay, it will improve our immune system. It will keep the lymph flowing. Okay. And these are very simple. How much time it will take? Just 5 minutes. And at any point of the any time you can do these exercises. Very simple exercise. Is something written on the thing? We can't see you properly. Is there shadow? Okay, right. So now, okay, then let me go to the next part. And the next part is okay. So I'll recommend a few more postures to you. You can try them out. And have you seen this? Feet up against the wall. Okay, this is the most important exercise that you can do for a variety of reasons. Okay, this will give you so much of benefit. Right? Basically, what is happening is the venous blood from the feet to come to the heart. It takes lot of energy. Lot of pumping is required. Imagine from the ground floor, you have to go to the first floor, right? So we have got say 7 chakras. So say the building is our structure, body structure is about 7-storied. Imagine from the feet region to the heart, if you have to go up, it takes so much of effort. So what we have to do is to circulate the lymph, we can do this simple exercise for, even if we can do it for 5 minutes. Okay, that will help you a lot in all the your thing. Okay, so your feet will get relaxed. Okay, all that venous blood from the calf muscles, from the toes, and from the footwear area will come down. Okay, and the heart will get a little bit of rest also, because it has to do less work from there. Okay. Another pose, I mean, suppose if you feel that this position is very difficult, putting the feet against the wall, then you can use the chair also. Okay. Use the chair and just put your feet on the chair with some support, and see. So all that you have to do is to get into an inclined posture. So if you are getting into an inclined posture, we are getting the venous blood from the lower extremities back to the heart in a simple way through gravity. So that is very, very important. Another very useful posture is a butterfly posture. Right? And the butterfly posture is again very important, because there are a lot of lymph nodes around the groin region, pelvic region. So if we can use this simple technique of butterfly, that will be highly beneficial. So these 2-3 postures, if you can try it out, and that will give you a lot of benefit. So, like we said, instead of trying to control the brain, let us control our breath, because that is the only system that God has given us, which is in our control. No other system we can control. No other system can we monitor. Okay, the only system that we can manipulate, we can make use of it, control, manipulate, and whatever name you call it, that is the breathing system. And let us do that technique. So let us get hold of whatever is in our control instead of trying to control the outside things. Let us control something which is within our own control. Okay. So we'll do this exercise. I'll show you thing. Let's get into the simple technique once, and then we'll go into the breathing technique. Okay. So this one simple technique, this is called as if you see this, this is nothing but an honeybee. Okay. And honeybee is the Brahmari. Bawari ki gunjan hai mera dil. Okay. So this honeybee with that buzzing sound is extracting nectar from the flowers. Okay. And this is the nature's way of extraction. So when the honeybee is extracting nectar, the flower is not disturbed, right? And there is no harm done to the thing. In fact, when there are no bees, there cannot be any pollination. So people have found this, and they are trying to take steps to see that the bees are surviving. Okay? Because if there are no bees, there will be no vegetation, no crops, no khana pina, nothing will be available. Okay. So what this honeybee is doing is that it is when it is extracting nectar from the flowers, in the same manner, the sound of the honeybee that it is doing, if we can use this technique, right, this will calm our nervous system. That will make our mind quiet. All along we have been saying that I should quieten my mind, I should quieten my mind. Okay? And this is a very simple technique of quietening the mind. What is so very important about this? This is a study done by American journal, and this is a published research, right? That when you do this humming sound, what is happening is the nitric oxide is generated, or the amount of nitric oxide increases manifold, about 15-fold increase in the nasal region, right? When you do this Brahmari pranayam, when you do this humming and buzzing sound. Okay. And what does nitric oxide do? Nitric oxide improves our immunity. Okay. And that's what we wanted. Okay. So such a simple thing. Just do that, Brahmari pranayam. Just do that buzzing, humming thing. And this you can do anytime. Okay. We were just listening to a few songs before this session. Okay. So you can do any buzzing, any sound that you like, any song that you like. If you can keep buzzing with the focus on the nasal region, okay, you will be able to get this particular thing happening. Okay, so let's do this technique, a very simple technique, and let's enjoy this thing. So let's all become like a honeybee. Okay, and let's make that. So what is to be done? I'll show you once, and then we'll all do it together. So we have to take a deep breath. एक लंबी श्वास हम लेंगे. Take a deep breath. So I'll show you once, and then we can all do it in the next. So take a deep breath. Now, when you are exhaling, you should do this humming sound. Don't worry what is the pitch, what is the tone, वो भंवर के जैसी है या नहीं है.
आपकी शक्ल सही से नजर नहीं आ रही है.
अच्छा.
So we can't see your face properly, so we can't make out what you're doing.
Okay.
If you can slowly repeat it, we'll get it.
I will repeat. Okay. I'll repeat it one more time. Okay. What we have to do is we have to take a deep breath. See, what is the technique? Technique is like this. You can't do humming or you can't speak when you are exhaling, inhaling. हम जब बात कर रहे हैं, okay, when we are talking, when we are speaking, it is difficult to inhale. Okay, but when you are holding your breath or when you are exhaling, that is the time when you can speak. Right? ये आप experiment कभी भी करके आप देख लेना. You try to read a newspaper or try to see a song or try to take any book and try to read a line. When you breathe in, you can't breathe in when you speak, but you can breathe in when you exhale, and or when you can hold your breath, you can do that humming sound or reading or speaking or whatever. Okay. इसीलिए मैंने कहा, what we'll do is we'll take a deep breath. Right? So I'm taking a deep breath, or take a breath. Okay. The only thing is take a breath. Shwas liya, and now I am going to exhale. So while exhaling, I will do that humming sound. श्वास लिया, श्वास छोड़ते समय, while exhaling, I am going to do that humming sound. Slowly I am exhaling with humming sound. So inhale and exhale with humming sound. Do it as per your comfort. Right? It may be in 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Don't worry about the timing. Don't worry about the rhythm. Don't worry about the tone. Don't worry about वो वैसे तो नहीं आ रही जैसी भ्रामरी करती है. Don't worry. We are not a perfectionist. We can't become perfectionist in the first attempt. Okay? So let's understand the technique, and if we follow the technique, right, we will get that benefit. What is the benefit that we want? We want to improve the nitric oxide production in the nasal region, and that is done by the humming sound. Correct? So चलिए एक बार करते हैं. We'll all do it.
Shrikant ji?
Yeah, Hanji.
Yeah, I was just trying what you're saying right now. So I have a question. Do I need to keep my lips
No.
open when I exhale, or should I keep my lips?
No. Lips are closed. Exhale through the nose.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See, if you exhale through the mouth, where is the place where we want the benefit? Which is the area where we want to focus? The nasal region.
Sir, one minute.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
1 minute. Sorry to cut you.
Please.
Can you have the light in front of you? Like, the light should fall.
अच्छा, light ये हो रहा है.
You know
Yeah,
what?
because the whole face has become a shadow. So
You know what you have to do, Shrikant ji? आपकी जो savior है ना, इसमें डाला हुआ है Zoom में. You'll have to remove that पीछे
निकाल.
screen.
Okay, ठीक है.
So if you can undo the screen that you have put behind, we'll be able to see you clearly.
Yes. I'll do this. Give me 1 minute.
Not a problem. Take your time.
याच्यामध्ये होते का bright.
This is till he comes back.
Till he comes back, we can do that humming thing.
Yes.
Let's stay in the zone.
So let us hum the happy birthday song.
Yes, it's done. Now we can see you.
Better?
Yes. Let's go back.
So let's
Is it better, guys?
is it better?
Space?
Still, it's not
Still not.
picking up.
Acha. Okay.
You know, we are not getting your light.
I know. I so
It's
this
not
is,
on the
the
face.
light is put in such a manner that
Can you move
okay.
to, yeah.
Can you,
So, because we can't see your face and everything is about
okay.
your face.
Shrikantji, is light on top of you or is it behind you?
then it is behind me.
So you need to turn and face light.
Becker,
That's it. Is it possible?
Give me a
Yeah.
minute. Give me a yeah.
Just turn around, that's all. Till then, Gaane suno. Russell, this is for you. Hindi song. Chile Sara, Chile Sara.
Hindi.
Wow, that's so nice. Yes, done it. Yes, we can see you now.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Chalo.
job. Let's
Thank
go
you.
on.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Wonderful.
Right. So the humming sound, Brahmari Pranayam, is such a simple practice, and it it will boost our immune system. It will improve the nitric oxide, which will eventually boost our system. Okay. एक बार और करके दिखाता हूँ मैं. I'll just show it once. So I take a deep breath. And then when I exhale, I do that humming sound. Okay. So can we all do together?
Yes.
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 Take a deep breath. And while exhalation, try to connect with that humming sound. Whatever is the sound, don't worry. That doesn't matter. What is important is the connection is important, right? The vibrations are important. We have to just connect with the vibrations. Very good. Excellent. You know what are the vibrations? What is the frequency of these vibrations? 2. The mind is at 14, right? In the alpha stage, you straight away go into the deep sleep state. Okay. It's that profound, that easy thing to happen. Ek baar, one more time we'll do. Take a deep breath. Now, the breathing and the humming. Okay, that is now we have understood. What we need to do is also get into that happiness mode of, if think that you are into that happiness mode. Okay, and keep your awareness around the nasal region. Okay. See, what happens is when you do the practice or when you do any activity for that matter, if the physical body is involved, you will just get the physical benefit. Okay. But if the mind is involved, if the awareness is high, okay, you will go into the deep sleep state. Okay, you will go, the frequency of the mind will drop down. That's what we have been all wanting to do. So get into that happiness mode. Okay, get into that, feel that, okay, I'm like a honeybee. I'm drawing nectar from the flowers. Okay, and where is the nectar available to us? The nectar that we can get is from our experiences. Okay, whatever we do, whatever the things that we like, when we do those things, we feel happiness. Okay, so the happiness is not in somewhere outside. The happiness is our own involvement in whatever we are doing, whatever we are liking. So one more time we'll do. Take a deep breath, exhale with a humming sound, and go into that happiness mode. Tell yourself that my nitric oxide has improved 15 times, right? So my immunity has improved. Okay. So we have to keep reminding, keep telling our mind, "Ye acha hai, this is a good thing that you are doing." Okay. So mind also needs some encouragement. So give that encouragement to the mind so that. Okay. Next practice. Is the deep breathing practice. And as we said, oxygen for the brain is 25% of the requirement. And we don't take enough of oxygen there. So there is some oxygen already in the lungs, which is about 2,400. And there is a functional capacity. So that means functional is it's a fixed deposit. It is that much of oxygen is always there in the lungs. Because suppose you don't breathe for some time, what will happen? The body will have to still function. So this fixed deposit is non-negotiable. It cannot be taken out. So it has got a lock-in period. But what we can play around is with the expandable capacity, right? We need to take enough oxygen in our system, right? And this is where, and this is a very simple thing, number one. Very easily it can be done. It is doable. It is simple. It is doable. Okay, but just we have not paid attention to it. Okay, that's all we can say. So, what happens when you do this deep breathing, or how breathing happens? Breathing happens because only when you expand your, your lungs, your rib cage, your trachea, your, the diaphragm goes up and down. Okay, when the outer and inner pressure changes, because there is an expansion and contraction. But if you look at our regular breathing, we will never see that we are taking enough oxygen or not. So if you see that 3,600 that I said, expandable capacity, we don't even take about 500, 600 cubic centimeters of oxygen. And that is the primary reason for all our issues and concerns. Okay, because there is no oxygen. Oxygen is fuel and energy for the body. So if you don't nourish your body with oxygen, your blood will have limited oxygen, and so there are more takers than givers. There is more of demand than supply. Then what will happen? There will be a chaos. There will be always a queue. There will be always prioritization, and so on and so forth. So this is a very simple practice, by which we should be able to increase the supply of oxygen, the amount of oxygen, the regularization of our breath, the rhythmic part of the breathing. Okay, so we'll all do it together now. So I'll show you once what is to be done. And okay, one more point, if very simple, the lungs are they are having a particular structure. Okay, and if you look at it, both sides of the lungs, the anterior and posterior view. Now, let's imagine that the capacity of the lungs is 3,600, and you take 600 or 500 or 400 cubic centimeters of oxygen. What will happen? Only the number 1, number 2, number 3, or the fourth chamber will get filled up, and the chambers down the lungs, below the lungs, or the lower portion of the lungs will always be empty. Okay, so it is necessary that we inhale properly. We take at least if not 3,600, at least 1,500, 2,000 cubic centimeters of oxygen, so that our systems will work well. Our systems will work better and stronger. Okay, so let's do this practice, and the practice is again very simple. Okay, we will breathe in about 4 counts, and we'll try and exhale in about 4 counts. Okay? Our normal breathing is about 2 counts. Okay, so normally we breathe about 15 times in a minute. That means we inhale in about 2 seconds and we exhale in 2 seconds. But here we are going to inhale in about 4 seconds and we'll exhale also in 4 seconds. So we'll give a rhythm to our breath. We will take more oxygen and we'll slow down our breathing. If these 2 things we are able to do, then we have conquered our mind. We are conquered our, we are able to supply the required oxygen to the brain. The brain will function better, the body will function better. And when the brain functions better, all the organs will function better. Okay? And this is one simple technique we recommend. And in my last 10-15 years of experience and the number of cases that have come to me for therapy purposes. Sir, मुझे hypertension है, मुझे asthma है, मुझे ये है, मुझे diabetes है, or whatever issues are there. This is one, broad spectrum antibiotic or broad spectrum dose I suggest to everyone. Just improve your breathing and everything else will fall in line. Okay, so let's do this practice. 4 सेकंड में श्वास लेना, 4 सेकंड में श्वास छोड़ेंगे. If you feel 4 seconds is too much, you can do it in 3 seconds. Okay, so not necessary that whatever timing I am giving you, follow the timing. You follow what is comfortable to you, but understand that keep the ratio of inhalation to exhalation as 1:1. Okay, if you feel no, why 4 seconds, I can take 6 seconds breathing. I can use about 6 counts to take a breath. Good, but also take 6 counts to exhale, because breathing in 6 counts is very easy. Try to exhale in 6 counts and you will see that, oh, that is not a very easy proposition, right? So shwas lena, shwas chodna in the same proportion. Okay, chalo, let's do that practice. I know you are, some of you may have had dinner or something like that, but let's do it. Let's take it. Jitna ho sake utna, right? You suppose you had food, the stomach is now full or whatever it is. So try and breathe through the lungs, right? And instead of, so don't take that much of oxygen, but at least so breathe in gently, breathe out gently. Okay? Just because the stomach is, it's not light. Okay, that's the only, that's the, solid. I mean, we are giving you that concession because of that food in the stomach, or the stomach is not empty. But otherwise, do it when you are, you will be doing these practices, right? You do it with a good, take as much oxygen as possible. Because remember, yeah, you can take in as much oxygen as possible. Okay. The more oxygen you take, the more energized you will feel. The more carbon dioxide you send out of your system, the more stress you are sending out of your body and your mind. Okay. So, very fundamental, very basic, 2 things: reduce your breathing rate and improve the improve the volume of oxygen into your system. Yeah. So let's all do together. Okay. So breathe in 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just keeping a hand on the chest just to see that the chest is expanding. Otherwise, it's not required. Right? And exhale 1, 2, 3. Relax. Okay. Let's breathe in again. Take oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Okay. 4 counts inhalation, 4 counts exhalation. Okay. Right? One more time. एक बार और करते हैं. श्वास लीजिए. Take a good amount of oxygen into your system. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax, please. Good? Shali. Okay. So this is what we did. We did inhalation and exhalation. Okay. But that was the first step. Okay. What is it? The second step? We'll add something now more. Is that we will inhale and then hold the breath inside our body, inside the lungs. And we'll slowly exhale. So we are adding one more step to our breathing. So that breathing becomes pranayam. Breathing is happening, inhalation and exhalation. But when you hold the breath, when you are manipulating the breath, when you are breaking the rhythm of inhalation and exhalation, that is when you are trying to control the breathing. That is the first step of pranayama. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to breathe in 4 counts. Then hold the breath for about 4 counts, 4 seconds. And then exhale in 4 seconds. So in the first step, what we did was inhalation and exhalation in 4 plus 4, that is 8 seconds. Okay. Now we will 4 plus 4 plus 4, that will become 12. Okay. So in about 60 minutes or 60 seconds, in about 1 minute, we will, if you do this type of breathing, you will do about 5 breaths. Okay. And there is one more step after this, and that will not go into today. You will, after you exhale, you will again hold the breath or take a pause before taking the next breath. And so that is one time you are holding the breath inside the body, and another time you are holding the breath outside the body. So in that case, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 16, 15 or 16, that means about 4 breaths per minute. So you are slowing down your breathing. So if you are slowing down your breathing, you are reducing your energy expenditure, you are quietening the mind, you are putting your metabolism into optimal mode, and there are so many other benefits. Okay, so let's do that exercise number 2. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. Okay, चलो एक बार करते हैं. We all do together. Yes. 3 parts: inhalation, then holding of the breath, and exhalation. So let's try and do it. Again, I'll repeat. You do it as per your capacity. If you feel, sir, that 4 counts I'm not able to do, if you are doing at 3, it is good enough. Okay. Don't, go beyond the capacity on day 1, or don't try to, try to struggle too much with your system. Keep stay in your comfort zone. Okay. We don't want to break the ceilings today, right? So do gently, practice it, observe it, do it 2-3 days. Automatically, this 2-3 seconds is not a very big deal. You yourself will realize. Okay, so let's start practice. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Right. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take as much oxygen as possible. Then hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale. 1, 2, 3. And relax. एक बार और. One more time we'll do. Inhale, hold, exhale. 3 parts. Okay. So we are trying to control the breath. We remember we said we can't control the mind, but we can control the breath. So alternative, there's an option available. There's an alternative available. Okay. So let's make use of that alternative. Okay. Once you are able to control your breathing, yeah. See what is happening is the mind is all going haywire. Okay. But the breathing is connecting the mind and keeping this, because when you are going to hold your breath, you can't think of anything else now. You will have to necessary at least 40-50% attention you will have to put into your practice. So what has happened? All that mind which was going in the different directions is now resting, or now attending, or now being getting into that practice and trying to follow. Okay, let me do this. Okay, I am doing this. Okay, let me find out this. Okay. So try the mind going outwards. Okay, we are trying to catch hold of the mind and connect it with the breathing, trying to वो जैसे सुई में धागा हम लोग डाल रहे, okay, so that is how we are trying to entangle the mind into the breath. We are trying to get the mind and connecting with the breath so that it doesn't move around. So let's do one more time. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Okay. 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times you do. So this Brahmari, you do it for about 7, 8, 10 times. This deep breathing, you do it for 4, 5 times. Okay. Brahmari will take about 3 to 5 minutes. Deep breathing will take you about 5 to 7 minutes. So in 10 minutes, if you can do this for 10 minutes.
Shrikantji, can I ask a
Yeah,
question?
please. Yeah.
Are there any contraindications for this holding of the breath, like in case you have got condition of hypertension or
Yes.
some heart condition? Is it okay if we hold the breath? With
See,
those
that's why I said you hold it to your capacity. Okay. Don't try and struggle with the breathing. Okay. So take little oxygen. See, instead of taking too much oxygen, you take hold breath for a while, and then slow down the your breathing. Yeah. So don't exert too much. Whatever is comfortable to you, only that much you do. Right. In
Okay.
fact, if
So
you do this, yeah, your hypertension will be already over. Right. If you do it for 1 month. Yeah.
There's a question. Actually, I am a cancer survivor, and due to my chemotherapy, my heart has got slight enlargement.
Okay.
Now this Purak, Kumbhak and Rechak, I used to do pranayams using all these three with the ratio of 1:4:2.
No. That's all the problem actually.
I used to do long time back, but now that I have got that condition, I have stopped it.
We'll come to that question at the end. Right? So we'll talk about it. We'll have enough time. Don't worry. Okay. We'll address your question now.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Okay. So deep breathing, rhythmic breathing, taking more oxygen, slowing down your respiratory rate. Simple two things if we can do, right? That will do wonders for our system. Okay. Now, like we said in the Brahmari Pranayam, we connect with the happiness part of it. So in the deep breathing part of it, whenever you inhale, yeah, inhalation is oxygen. Inhalation is energization. Okay. So when you inhale, 1, 2, 3. So when you inhale, think. I mean, it's not only thinking, but it's actually a fact that you are taking in oxygen, you are taking in energy. श्वास में क्या है? Oxygen है. Oxygen में क्या है? शक्ति है. Correct? And when you are exhaling, okay, and let's come to the other part. When you are holding the breath, what is the bhav? What is the emotion? What is the mood? What is your thing? That is your confidence. I am in control of myself. I am in control. Okay, I can control the breath. What a great thing it is. Okay. So inhalation, focus on energization. Holding of the breath, think that everything is under control. And when you exhale, think that all the toxins of the body are getting eliminated. See, 70% of the exhalation or 70% of the toxins of the body are thrown out due to exhalation. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड में क्या है, सारे सिस्टम में का जो कचरा है भरा वो बाहर जा रहा है. All that unwanted stuff in the body is going out because of what? Because of exhalation. Exhalation is taking care of, ये मेरा सफाई अभियान है. This is my cleaning system. This is my vacuum cleaning, or whatever you call it. Okay, so inhalation is energization. Holding of the breath is confidence and control. Exhalation is cleansing and getting rid of unwanted things. We want to get rid of, we are actually holding on to so many things which we don't need, which we are, which are there in our body, in our mind, in our heart. We want to send them away now and bring in fresh things. Okay, that will help. Okay, so फिर और एक बार करते, let's do it one more time, and with our mind attached or mind involved into oxygenation, energization, control of self, and cleansing and de-stressing yourself. Okay, क्या है, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया कि if you are doing this, what is the purpose of doing all these things? To build immunity, to build strength, to get energy, to clean up my stress, tension, worry, anxiety. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? What we do? हाँ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 हो गया. चलो एक बार second round फिर से. What have we done? We are doing it mechanically करने में benefit नहीं, benefit benefit that will come.
You got frozen. You got frozen. Srikanji, you got frozen. Srikanji, you're frozen.